In the annals of football history, few transfers have ignited such a firestorm of emotion, controversy, and outright hatred as Luis Figo's seismic move from Barcelona to Real Madrid in the year 2000. It wasn't merely a change of clubs, it was a betrayal of epic proportions, a wound inflicted upon the very soul of Catalan identity. This is the story of a hero who became a villain, a football match transformed into a battlefield, and the enduring legacy of hate, loyalty, and revenge that still reverberates through the corridors of Camp Nou.
Solo 68 metros. Figo no llegó a lanzarlo. El partido se detuvo durante 15 minutos.
Before the treachery, there was adoration. Luis Figo arrived at Barcelona in 1995, a dazzling Portuguese winger with a mesmerizing dribble and an uncanny ability to create goals. He quickly became the darling of Camp Nou, a symbol of the club's attacking prowess and a vital cog in Johan Cruyff's dream team and later Louis van Gaal's successful squads. For 5 glorious seasons, Figo graced the hallowed turf, winning 2 La Liga titles, 2 Copa del Rey trophies, and a UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. His name was chanted with reverence, his image adorned countless walls, and his loyalty was considered unquestionable. He was more than just a player, he was a culé, one of their own, deeply ingrained in the fabric of the club and the hearts of its passionate supporters. The idea of him ever donning the white of Real Madrid was not just unthinkable, it was anathema. There were several factors that led to Figo's departure from Barcelona. Firstly, Barcelona was going through a period of turmoil. The club was struggling to balance its books and was in debt. Moreover, the club's management was not able to keep up with the demands of Figo and his agent, who were pushing for a new contract that would make him the highest-paid player in the world. The negotiations broke down and Figo's relationship with the club soured. At the same time, Real Madrid was looking for a marquee signing that would help them regain their position as the dominant force in Spanish football. Florentino Perez, the club's president, saw Figo as the perfect player to lead the team to success. He convinced Figo that he would be able to win more titles and achieve more success at Real Madrid than at Barcelona. Perez's vision, combined with the allure of playing for one of the world's most successful clubs, proved too tempting for Figo to resist. Figo was the first of 7 signings over 5 seasons, which made way for the most unbelievable wealth of talent on one squad, the first of its kind in the modern era. Figo was followed by Zidane 2001, Ronaldo 2002, and Beckham 2003 in a succession of summer transfers that rivals any we have seen till this day. The summer of 2000 brought with it a political earthquake that would shake the foundations of Spanish football. Florentino Perez, a presidential candidate for Real Madrid, made an audacious promise. If elected, he would bring Luis Figo to the Santiago Bernabéu. It seemed an impossible feat, a mere election ploy. Figo, after all, had repeatedly declared his allegiance to Barcelona. Yet behind the scenes, a clandestine agreement was being forged, a pre-contract, with a hefty penalty clause was signed. When Perez won the election, the football world watched in disbelief as the unthinkable began to unfold. Despite Barcelona's desperate attempts to keep their star and Figo's initial denials, the transfer was confirmed. For a staggering €62 million, a world record fee at the time, Luis Figo, the golden boy of Barcelona, became a Galactico. The reaction in Catalonia was one of profound shock, anger, and a deep sense of personal betrayal. He was no longer Figo. He was El Pesetero, the money man, a Judas who had sold his soul for silver.
Figo lanzó el córner. Se jugó son solo 68 metros. Figo no llegó a lanzarlo.
The date was October 21, 2000. The air in Barcelona was thick with anticipation, not of a football match, but of a reckoning. Luis Figo, now clad in the pristine white of Real Madrid, stepped onto the pitch of Camp Nou, the stadium that once hailed him as a god. The reception was unlike anything ever witnessed in football. For referee Alfonso Perez Barol, it was his first Clasico. The entry onto the field was spectacular, he said. It was the only time in my career that I was taken to a ground in a police van. I just remember the noise. It was deafening. There was so much aggression. I remember seeing the banknotes. A cacophony of boos, whistles, and insults rained down from the stands. Banners denouncing him as a traitor, a mercenary, and a Judas were unfurled. Objects, including a pig's head and a whiskey bottle, were hurled onto the pitch whenever he approached the touchline for a corner kick. Every touch of the ball was met with a deafening roar of disapproval. The match itself, a 2-0 victory for Real Madrid, became secondary to the spectacle of raw, unadulterated hatred directed at one man. It was a visceral demonstration of how deeply his departure had wounded the Catalan faithful, a wound that festered with every passing minute of his presence on their sacred ground. Figo, despite the immense pressure, played with a steely resolve, a testament to his mental fortitude, but the scars of that night would forever remain. The Figo transfer transcended football. It became a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of the fierce rivalry between Barcelona and Real Madrid, and a stark reminder of the emotional investment fans have in their clubs. For Barcelona supporters, Figo became the ultimate embodiment of betrayal, a cautionary tale whispered to new generations. For Real Madrid, he was a trophy, a testament to their power and ambition. The incident fueled the El Clasico rivalry to unprecedented levels, adding a layer of personal animosity to an already intense sporting contest. Figo has since talked about that day. "I had been expecting it," he told the Universo Valdano program. "The media had hyped it up. What I saw was an unusual situation. It wasn't about sport. I was just worried about my safety." Even years later, the mention of Figo's name at Camp Nou still elicits a strong reaction, a testament to the enduring pain and anger his departure caused. His story serves as a powerful narrative about the complexities of loyalty in professional sports, the allure of ambition, and the unforgiving nature of fan passion. It's a story that continues to be told, debated, and relived, cementing its place as one of football's most infamous sagas.